All right, we're back here with the homie Trysta Krick. We got a lot of basketball to talk about, both in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. We got to start, though, with our Dubs, the Golden State Warriors, once famously known as our Dubs. Jimmy Butler tears his ACL last night. There was obviously a lot of attention around them regarding Jonathan Kuminga and the upcoming trade deadline. And everybody has a theory on what the immediate future might look like for the Golden State Warriors. If you were running the team, Trysta Krick, the general manager, what would you do now with Jimmy out for the year?
I think if you want to respect Steph, then you probably need to send a pick and send Jimmy to the Nets. He's out for the rest of the year. You move him over there. You bring over Michael Porter Jr. Then you make another deal with Kuminga and maybe Moody and try to get a slasher. I don't know who that may be. Maybe they're going to keep Kuminga now that Jimmy's out for the year, and they play around and see how he looks with like somebody like Michael Porter Jr. And then you trade him in the summertime when his value is increased, because these DMPs are over now. The Jonathan Kumingas, we don't know where he is, if he's ever going to play for the Warriors again. Now the Jonathan Kuminga replacement is gone. There's just ostensibly no way that you can fill Jimmy Butler's role unless you play Kuminga. But I would say if you're not able to move on and get rid of Jimmy's contract, who's going to be out for 12 months, then you need to move Kuminga and get as much value as you can. Now, it's tough because as soon as Steph leaves, this team is going to be absolutely cratered, and you're worrying about how you're going to recover. You're not. It's going to take a long time. After the Steph years, this team is probably not going to have very many assets. They're probably not going to have much shot at building anything of any substance. But how long has the sustained greatness been in the Steph Curry era? And that's like kind of what normally happens to teams that have had dynastic successes. They don't just recover right away when that player retires.
The crazy part about all this, TK, is you're right. Like everything you said makes sense. They might not do either one of them. They might not trade Jimmy's contract, and they still might not play Jonathan Kuminga. I think that would be a failure. I wouldn't be so locked in on moving Jimmy's contract because I don't know if there's a guy out there that can help you with what you're trying to do, especially if I got to give up picks. But I would play Jonathan Kuminga. I would say, hey, you're getting 27 to 32 minutes a night. You're not going to get, micromanaged and all this other stuff. We ask you to be respectful of what the coach is asking you to do. But if you miss a shot or you take an ill-advised shot, you're not getting pulled out, but you're playing. I think that's what they should do. But I don't know. I'm hearing they might not do that either.
Not playing Jonathan Kuminga would be a wild move, even for Steve Kerr. I just need to get to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? I feel we're just not quite to the crux of the truth of why Steve Kerr has no interest in playing Jonathan Kuminga, speaking positive life into Jonathan Kuminga, and literally encourages Guy Santos more than our guy JK.
That ain't fire.
You just flustered me. Is it Crocs or Crux?
Crux.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Crocs.
No,
like,
the Crux.
really? How come no one has corrected me after all these years?
The Crocs would be crazy. No,
the Crocs would be wild. The Crocs would be wild. The Crocs would be wild.
That'd be something that somebody like from like a off-brand blog would be like, Steve, we're trying to get to the crux of what's happening with you and John Kuminga.
It's called the Crocs Podcast.
Yeah.
Well, here's the good news. We don't have to wait long. The Warriors play tonight. All we got to do is flip the game on and see, is he out there? No. One player didn't play last night. It was Jonathan Kuminga. So I don't know. Our thing is DeMar DeRozan has to look a lot more appealing to Golden State than he might have yesterday. And perhaps, as KC's pointed out a couple of times, Maybe Zach LaVine looks a little bit more appealing to the Golden State Warriors than he might have a couple of days ago.
Both. I mean, you kind of need both.
Look, don't twist my arm. If that's what you guys want to do.
You're going to need something back more for salary. But yeah, they could legitimately look a lot more valuable on a team with Steph on it than this team. And really, you need a slasher. You need somebody in the mid-range. I mean, Zach LaVine at times can do a lot of the same things that MPJ can do. Now they're both goofy and they both make a lot of money. But like, truthfully, the deal was already in the works. So all you need to do is just pick up the phone and where are we at? Let's restart some conversations. I don't know if y'all should want Jonathan Kuminga, though, honestly.
Why not?
I mean, I'm not sure what's up with this guy. And I think the whole Jonathan Kuminga situation is very murky. Mm-hmm. And maybe, and we've talked about this many times, maybe on some other team that has a long history of ship up or ship out culture, Jonathan Kuminga will ship up. But I don't think that place is Sacramento unless there's something has changed dramatically within the ranks and the culture of the Kings, which I am not privy to. You guys are a lot more privy to that than me. I mean, Jonathan Kuminga is the kind of guy that takes the trophy to Africa with him and doesn't make it back to team workouts because he's running around showcasing the team trophy and like not knowing that it's time to come back to Golden State. He's just kind of a guy that's a little bit of a knucklehead. And yeah, he's a bucket and he's very athletic.
He was enjoying the motherland. Let him live.
He was enjoying the motherland. He was, doing his thing, kissing babies and whatever. But like, get back to work.
Now,
oh no,
me and D-Lo,
did this just die?
No, you're here.
No,
you hear us?
No.
Can you hear us?
This is so sad. Die? She's panicking, and we can literally hear and see everything.
Hey, she could cuss. Just
like I know, no, I'm aware. No, this could go south. She has.
Trysta needs a new computer.
This has never happened before, where someone has freaked out thinking that they were gone, but in fact they weren't.
Well, she can't hear us, right?
Can you hear us?
She can't hear
I'm
us.
back.
Okay, you never left.
That entire time, you were right here.
You were there the whole time.
The computer froze, and then everything went black. The monitor went black. The camera went black, and I'm like, oh no. I had some electrical problems in here last week.
Okay.
There was this is an old house, and so the wiring's old, and there was I had to have electrician come in and fix all of the plugs because they were getting so hot that they were overheating all the equipment.
Oh no.
And I could smell the plug of the lamp starting to melt. And so I thought maybe he didn't do that great of a job, but shout out to Sandro. It was just the monitor went to sleep because I hadn't been using my mouse for long enough. Anyway, back to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
No. I was saying
Jesse was like, man, please don't cuss. Come on, man, please don't cuss.
I was saying, me and Damian, we talk about this often. And while the history and the reputation of the Sacramento Kings is well deserved and well earned on their part, I always say Scott Perry wasn't here for 17 years. You know what I mean? Scott Perry is here, and he shouldn't have to carry the failures of the people before him. That's the nature of the beast a little bit too. But you talk about somebody that is, hey, I'll make sure everybody is locked into what we're doing, not messing around here. Sounds like that's Scott Perry. And maybe they do have the infrastructure in that front office to handle a guy like Jonathan Kuminga, because we're not dealing with Monty McNair and Wes Wilcox and Pete D'Alessandro and Vlade Divac, who none of those guys really knew what they were doing. Now you have a guy who has experience and has a standard that he wants to hold this organization to. So it's still all unproven. Like, I'm just kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt not to lump him in there, but he might be the same as everybody else before him.
I don't think he's regarded as a culture builder. I don't know that he's regarded as a culture destroyer, but I don't think people look at him and say he's the one to really like create a new environment that has been bad and he turns it good.
The Knicks, until they got him out of there. So the agents came in and got him.
He said agents, just for the record, just because he said that word really quickly. I want to be clear. The word that he said was agents.
Yes.
Got him out of there.
Yes. But he did a good job when he first got to New York, kind of turned that thing around a little bit, getting it on a different path.
What did he do that you thought was so good?
I can't remember the specifics of who he was, but I think his draft was RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly. He got Kevin Knox in there. That wasn't a good one. But they were struggling, and he got them on a different path. It wasn't the path they ended up being on once Leon Rose and Worldwide West got there, but he got them going in a good direction.
The thing that gets me is he's been in the league a long time, but he doesn't have a long storied history as the guy with anyone. If I'm not mistaken, the Knicks was in fact his first job as the decision maker.
Yeah.
He had been in a lot of front offices before then, including Sacramento's, but had never been the guy until that New York Knicks job. And that's all we really have. Again, he has great relationships throughout the league. We saw that his first stint in Sacramento. He has great relationships with agents. Again, we saw that his first stint in Sacramento. But outside of that,
do you remember that roster that had a bunch of guys, though, that were like all playing the same position in the 2019 team? I remember being
I was about to say, Malik Monk, Dennis Schroeder.
You mean now?
On that Knicks team, it was Taj Gibson, Marcus Morris, Bobby Portis, Julius Randle. I mean, he had Alonzo Trier on this team. He made some real suspects. So Reggie Bullock. Like, these dudes were all like the same dude, same position, same. It was just a bunch of power forwards out there trying to figure it out. He had Damian Dotson. By the way, Damian Dotson at Oregon was a bucket. Wayne Ellington. This team stunk. And I don't know if he just couldn't get anybody better. But I remember being very, very sus on this Knicks team.
Was that his first year in New York?
It looks like, he got there. That was his first year. Leon Rose came in then as well. He was only there a year, I think.
Well, he was there. Yeah, I feel like he was there for a while, but he wasn't like he kind of lost a little bit of control.
The agents.
Good work there.
Got him out of there.
Good work there. We had a hell of a game last night between the Pistons and the Celtics. Where are we at with the Pistons season right now? Are we? I mean, you look at the East, and there's maybe a few teams where you look at, and Toronto might be one of them. Of course, they're a competitor. They play hard. It's a tough basketball team. They're a team that you might look at and go, I don't really know what this is going to look like when the playoffs get here. We saw Cleveland run up to 60-something victories last year. No one bought it. Not a single person bought it going into the playoffs.
They were right.
I believed him.
Liar, you did not. You killed them for not winning in the first round of the playoffs by enough.
And then they beat the crap out of Miami, and I was like, well, okay.
I don't even think you apologized.
That's what I wanted to see. And then people got hurt.
I'm standing on my take, by the way, because I was right.
I thought they were going to be good in the playoffs. I thought they were going to make the conference finals at least.
Anyways, most people.
It's very clearly a hot button issue.
Are you buying the Pistons? 31-10, 6 games better than Boston right now, who they beat last night. Are you in?
I'm not in. I am not in. I think the thing that gives me a little bit of pause, it's going to sound haterish. I don't think I'm all the way in on Cade.
Whoa. Okay, now we're going to talk.
I think Cade has tremendous physical attributes. He has obviously the size and the strength, and he's a good playmaker. He's a great playmaker. The guy can't shoot really. And so I'm just concerned about his ability to make plays for himself and to create for himself. And when you have the type of role players that the Pistons have, I wonder how they're going to stand up in the scrutiny and pressure cooker environment of the playoffs. It's one thing for you to rely on Duncan Robinson right now. I am a little bit concerned that they'll cool off. And at times they did in that Knicks series last year as well. It was they're very tough. And I think Isaiah Stewart's been awesome. And obviously they need to get Jalen Duren back completely healthy and all that stuff. But it's just a bit of a cobbled roster for me.
Who do they have to stand up against?
I think Boston's going to win the East.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think Tatum's coming back?
All right.
Do you think
Tatum's coming back? Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. I have a little bit of inside info that he's coming back too.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna get there. Let's rewind a little bit.
Let's rewind a little bit.
Cade Cunningham. Because I was watching, I obviously had seen him a few different times this year. Obviously last year seen him play. But I was watching him last night. And I said, this dude he really is a problem. And I don't want to give him the crown just yet. But I had De'Aaron Fox as the best defensive point guard in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to give that to Cade Cunningham. He gives a damn about playing defense. He locks up. And then obviously his size is a problem for guys that he's usually matched up against at that position. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time out of respect to De'Aaron. And I'm going to give it a little bit more time. But I think Cade might end up being the best defensive point guard in the game. That plays, that's not a specialty guy. Like he's counted on to get 25 a night, and he's got a D-up. That's how I look at that.
He was 4 for 17 last night and 0 for 4 from 3. Yeah, he's good.
Shooting is a problem. You know what I also thought.
Shooting is a problem.
And this sounds blasphemous. I'm not saying he's this guy, by the way. I'm not.
Oh,
I thought
you're
about.
About to say something crazy.
I thought about Magic. I
Why?
thought about he's 6'8", point guard, can handle.
Cade's
He's got the vision. He's got the vision. I've seen the vision. The way he passes.
6'6".
6'6". Okay. He's 6'6".
Cade ain't 6'8". Magic was what, 6'10"?
No, Magic was 6'9", I think.
You should be calling Denny Abdia more Magic than Cade.
Oh, don't nobody want to hear his
Denny,
stupid name today.
Denny is a Snickers. Empty calories.
What? Denny gets to the free throw line. We'll curb this. Let's stay on Cade.
They barely 500. What is it leading to? Nothing.
Hold on. You're not doing that, are you? You're not gonna do that, are you?
Why not? And I like Denny. I actually really like Denny.
We're gonna put a pin in this Blazers conversation. We'll circle back to it. Let's stay on Cade now for a second.
Yeah, Cade. Yeah, Cade got Magic vibes to him. And part of it, honestly, Trysta, is the fact that he can't shoot. But he's still able to get points and all this other stuff. But his vision, his court vision, his effort, and he's a better defender than maybe a lot of people give him credit for. At the size, 6'6". I'm the opposite of you on Cade. I like Cade a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to need to see it in the playoffs. And
he's like 12 years old.
Is he? Is he 12?
That's accurate.
He's 24 years old. He's been in the league
him and Malachi Tony are the same age. What are you talking about?
He's been in the league 6 years.
Yeah, but last year was his first real year, like his first full year. He's dealt with injuries, and they went to the playoffs, and he played well in the playoffs.
The good news is
he played okay in the playoffs. He had some good games, and he had some sus games.
The good news is this whole conversation has been a bit outrageous. from Trysta going, I don't even know if he's very good. He's kind of suspect. To KC going, no, he's magic. Just this whole thing.
See how the media does you.
This whole thing is like, what the hell is happening here?
I didn't say I didn't think he was that good. I just don't.
That's not how I'm going to tell the story.
Okay.
I'm going to tell the story. You said he was ass, and KC said, no, he's better than magic. And that's where we're at.
That's fair. If that's what we're going to do, that's totally
KC's
fair.
always going to add inches to your height, too. Like, KC, I hope KC tell people I'm 6'2".
I'm the
I hope
NBA.
he
That's
tell
what
people,
I do.
no, that
You know
dude
what I'm
was
saying? I'm
6'2".
the NBA.
6'2".
He's like, Davy's 6'2" with no shoes. It's pretty, you know.
He wear them Balenciagas. He's 6'5" and a half.
I'm the NBA. That's what we do. Here's the thing that I want to ask both of you guys about the Pistons last night. Like, I was watching them last night, and I wondered. Great song by Kanye, too. One of my favorites. I wonder, could they potentially be a DeMar DeRozan team? Because I saw the same thing that you saw, Trysta, about like when it really gets down to it, Cade isn't there offensively yet, or maybe he never will be.
I do want to point out they won last night.
They did.
They did.
Point that out.
They did win.
But it's like, would you guys, and I understand why it might be difficult because this guy, he could stretch the floor probably a little bit better than DeMar DeRozan. Would you rather be going to DeMar or Tobias Harris?
Tobias Harris.
Because I think that's what it comes down to with that team, about wanting to go after a guy like DeMar DeRozan. Would you rather that role be Tobias or DeMar? And I couldn't really come up with an answer.
I think that's another reason I have a hard time. Go ahead, Damien.
I was just gonna say I feel like Tobias is fit what Detroit is doing beautifully, though.
Yes.
Like that's a part of the conversation.
But in not saying this guy is, well, he does have a lot of experience, but like that's cool in January. Tobias, I'm going to need you to get 8 in the fourth quarter here in game 4 against the Knicks.
Yeah, I hear you.
And
that
that's
part.
I think that's what
the
they should
part.
be thinking about.
That is the part. So it's not just that I'm not believing in Cade as a creator. It's that I also, these role players, Tobias Harris being one, if Tobias Harris has to be your leading scorer, then what is your ceiling? What is your floor? I'm a little concerned in April and May whether a team can go to the finals with Tobias Harris as their leading scorer. And is he gonna be like a 25 3-and-1 guy throughout, or is he going to give you 13 on one occasion and 11, and then you've got him with 11 and say like a Cade with 15? I mean, you're just going to have a hard time getting to 120 points. You just will. That's really really quickly. Let's just circle the block back to words on Portland, but I feel the plot is getting lost on criticizing Portland. And I think ball knowers know what I'm talking about. Okay?
Y'all should be better. That's all I'm saying. I'm a little disappointed in y'all.
What's occurring is very obvious to me. You're just not paying close enough attention to what's happening.
Oh, that's Portland.
And I get it. I get it because it's really hard to pay attention closely to everyone. I can't do it. You can't do it. It's just hard. But let me just break it down very simply. This team hasn't had a point guard in months. Denny Abdia is playing the point guard at 6'9". The team just got Drew Holiday back and then lost Denny. And then when Denny came back, Drew sat out. They have had Caleb Love be who I like, but he's not a reliable piece to a real competitive team. If you have to rely on a guy that was on the Rip City remix to start the year.
He's a bench guy.
He's a bench guy. Denny has had to play the one, and that is not what he is supposed to be doing. Drew is supposed to play the one this year. Scoot was supposed to play the one. And neither one of them have given you really any games at all. Scoot has given you 0 games. I think Drew has played less than 10 games this year. And that team was balling when he and Denny were playing in synchrony. You've had issues with multiple guys going down. You've had CD Sissoko start games for you, like guys that you probably like don't even remember are on this roster. So don't say like, oh, Portland needs to be better. Portland needs to get healthy, and then we can see what they are.
If Denny is what you say he was, they should not be 500.
They do not have a point guard at all.
I don't care. Jokic didn't have a point guard when Jamal Murray was down.
Are we doing that?
Well, that's how you talk. Is that how she talks about Denny? Is that how she talks about Denny?
Oh, don't drag me.
No,
into this. I'm sitting over here.
Is that how she talks about Denny?
I'm sitting over here minding my own business. Don't drag me into this.
Listen,
Denny is a good ball. I like Denny.
You would die
when
for
he was
Denny.
I really like his game. I liked him when he was coming out of the draft, and then Washington happened. I was like, damn, I guess I was kind of wrong. And he's found new life and been the player that I thought he could be. I didn't think he'd be this good, but I thought he could be a really good ball player. He looks like that in Portland, but I don't know.
Empty calories to equate him to Trae Young is wild.
Is he a franchise? I mean,
1,000%.
You will build a franchise around Denny?
Yes.
Then they shouldn't be 500.
He's
if you would build a franchise
around there.
Stop. We have to go.
Oh.
Chat. Let me know, chat.
Jason Jones.